Okay, it's 10:30 at WABT, and I'm going to give this show one more chance. Like I say, I don't want to be back here next week. I wouldn't do this. It is 10:30, and the show is back on the air. Let's run down the questions. If you're out there and you're listening to this program and you're confused, at 264-6468, and you are on the air.
May I make a little comment? And I'm not chicken thief.
Good.
Chicken thief, he's an old timer. He's like a family heirloom, an old fixture that's been hauled around every time the family moves to a new house. You bring the old grandfather's clock, sit it off in the corner, and every half hour and on the hour it comes out with a big bong bong, and awful annoying sometimes, but he's well, you look at the old clock, it's pretty well made, it's been around, and it's been admired a long time, but it does get kind of cranky sometimes, so you have to endure it. It won't, it makes a lot of racket, but it's amusing, and I enjoy the old so-and-so, but don't let it get you.
Okay, well, I don't have a clock around my house, and I won't have one.
Well,
that old.
He's been around. He's followed the station a long time. He gets on my nerves too. But I know in your position, it's a little different up there. And but just hang in there, Captain.
All right, thank you so much. Would you like to participate? Do you have a question?
No, sir.
All right, thank you so much for calling. 10:32 at WABT. Good morning. You're on trivia.
Chicken thief's kind of like Alvin Holmes. He's always good for a laugh. Let him go. Listen, is the mud from the Mississippi River?
No, it's not. Matter of fact, it's. I better give you a clue on that one. It's something north of here. It's up north.
Yeah, I read an article on it one time. I knew they rubbed up enough for a game, but I did know the river, but I can't remember. Thank you, Ian.
Yes, sir. All right. Good morning. You're on trivia.
Morning, how are you?
Fine.
I was going to say, don't let chicken thief get you down. Jay Lewis is about the only one that can handle him.
Well, I can handle him, and that is by pushing a button.
I know it, but he does get kind of annoying sometimes, but he does have a lot of factual information, especially about Montgomery.
Mm-hmm.
But I was the lady that called in about Thomas McKean signing the Declaration of Independence, and the man from Pratt was called in and wanted to know why it was so long in 1781 before his signature was put on it. What happened, he signed it, and he left on July the 2nd to join Washington's troops, and they didn't realize until later that his signature hadn't been put on it, and they made a special authorization to have it put on there in 1781. It was a mistake. It was supposed to have been on there, but they found out that it wasn't, and he was off fighting with Washington. The reason it was so long before it was put on there, why he was the last one.
I see. Well, that is interesting.
And that explains the difference in the time delay.
It was, what, 5 years?
Yes. See, he thought it was on there, and he left town on July the 2nd to join Washington, and they didn't realize till years later that it wasn't on there, and they made a special authorization to have it put on there. And that's why there was so much time difference in it.
Well, good. Thank you for calling and clarifying.
That also has a clue to the mud on the baseball. That's my question, too.
You're very right. Yes.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, trivia on the air, 264-6468. Good morning.
I had the question about the first batter in the Major League All-Star game.
You had the question.